If there's one thing I know, you do not want to mess with Paul when it comes to a big time bet like this.
$1 million. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm ready to $1 million.
So to get you up to speed, Paul and I started this channel 4 years ago because we got tired of what people were saying on YouTube, specifically some of the con men out there that you've probably been listening to. And one of the biggest ones is Jeremy from Financial Education. He and others like him have developed large followings because they know how to get YouTube clicks. But they also claim to be financial investing gurus, which a majority of them are not. Now, during the last 5 years, they all looked like geniuses. Everything was going up, all the hype stocks are doing great, and the majority of these guys bought a bunch of shares of Tesla and got lucky on it. Meanwhile, at Everything Money, we've been saying not to buy any of this crap for the last 5 years, and we've been relentlessly made fun of because of it. But sure enough, just like we said, it's all come crashing down, some really bad. So this week, Paul finally got fed up. He called out Jeremy from the YouTube channel Financial Education on his BS. This guy's been coaching his followers to invest in horseshit companies for years now, and when those investments have turned south, some losing 80, almost 100%, it's time to call a spade. And sadly, a lot of his followers have invested in this crap too. So the problem is, you at home are sometimes left as the bag holder when a guy like Jeremy pumps some stupid stock like Voyager and you gobble it up. And there's well-known cases that marketing teams from these horseshit companies are calling your favorite popular YouTuber and offering them $20, $30, $50,000 to do a pump and dump scam where they give them a bunch of shares, they do one video telling you how phenomenal it is, and then they dump their shares later at a great financial gain to them. And this leaves you, the trusting viewer, left as the bag holder. Jeremy was seriously trying to tell you that a plant-based burger company like Tattooed Chef was the next Tesla. Give me a freaking break. And I can really empathize with you guys that have lost a bunch of money. I trusted some of these guys too, the Meat Kevins. They sound so nice. They're telling you to buy these companies based on fundamentals of profit that wasn't even there and trends looking like it's incredible. But if you've lost to 60, 70, 80% of some of these stocks, I feel you, I was there. So if you just found us now, check out our past 1,600 videos where we were telling you the whole time not to buy into this stuff. And it's cool that you're intrigued by this bet by Paul because $1 million is a ton of money. This is how serious Paul can get. He once bet one of his friends, basically dared him to take a meat cleaver and cut off his own pinky for $30,000. I'm not kidding. Get the ambulance ready, get a cooler ready for the pinky, and lop that thing off. This guy is pretty serious behind the scenes, and usually it's all in fun. So I saw Jeremy's response video about how he wants to do an Excel spreadsheet. I didn't think anything of it. And another YouTuber friend of ours, Jake Bro, who has a great channel and is an EM member, texted me last night and says, Jeremy doesn't want to play with real money. And I was like, haha, that's funny. And I said, what do you mean? He says, I think he wants to paper trade this challenge. So instead of actually putting up the $1 million in escrow, he just wants to use a balance sheet to show his buys and sells. And he conveniently wants to take the bet down to 300 grand because that's what he lost on Voyager. And some of you might be wondering, why are you guys getting into this drama? We just hate seeing normal people like you get burned while these guys make money. Jeremy, all we really want for you to do is come out and say that these companies paid you an exorbitant amount of money to pump this crappy stock while the average Joes out there were losing their asses on it. And it's not just about the Tattooed Chef, the Voyager, or all the other terrible picks you had. It's about a process moving forward for a young investor for their whole lives. The Jeremy followers slammed Everything Money when we did videos about Tattooed Chef and saying it wasn't gonna do what Jeremy said it was gonna do. Paul looked at that company and knew within 7 seconds that it was complete trash.
The future is unknown, yet whenever it comes to hype, we always think the future is a direct line. Oh, this is obvious. Oh, is it though? Is it? I look at it going, this company doesn't even make money.
But sure enough, Jeremy did video after video after video telling you how this was gonna take over the world, a frozen hamburger. And he scoffed when Paul said it was a $5 stock. Well, guess what? It's currently a $6 stock. And the fundamentals have hardly changed at all. And when a guy owns 40,000 shares of a stupid company, I assure you he wants you to buy more. And the funny part about all this is I tried to join Jeremy's classes. I pretended to be a normal person and got on a phone call with one of his representatives. He told me that Jeremy was expecting 30 to 40% returns every year, which is completely astronomical and would double up the greatest investors in the world. And at the time, he was getting 150% returns. They told me I needed to invest in all of those growth companies or I would just be sitting around looking at my 7% return from the market. They're trying to dupe you and we're tired of it. In fact, let me show you some success stories from Jeremy's website of people who have already lost their ass on his shitty stocks. So yeah, guys, I didn't have to look far. Here's Jeremy's website where you can get his crappy courses. And of course, there's case studies. The first one is this guy named Tyler. You got to see this. Now, look at this portfolio. Tattooed Chef, companies you've never heard of, Corsair. Okay, fine, Dropbox. This was a huge COVID thing. Planet 13 is Voyager, and of course, a bunch of Tesla. Listen to his reasoning about buying this company. If this is what they're teaching over there, listen to this.
They're pretty much going to revolutionize the way that people do real estate deals, in my opinion. I think that they're going to take the real estate space and make it 1,000 times easier to do business with property management. You're going to see emergency responders use this. Like, you're going to be able to kind of see it. And so what they do is they take a 3D twin of a space, like the room you're in. They'll take this camera, or you can even do it with your iPhone.
This sounds a lot like...
You're going to take a bunch of pictures.
Right? This sounds a lot like Tattooed Chef. The first thing they talk about is what this company is planning on doing, not what they have done or what it costs people. It's not what you buy, it's what you pay. Tyler, I feel sorry that you got duped by this and you're now a spokesperson for Jeremy. Lots of these investments have gone drastically south, so I hope you're okay after this. Jeremy's process of investing is talking about these companies and what they will do in the future, and that's not a promise, that's a hope, and that's speculation. And if Jeremy wants to speculate and go against Paul for another 10 years, he's gonna be out $1 million. I'm so tired of this bullshit.